In today's video, we're going to be trying to turn 1 Solana into 20 Solana trading meme coins. And the way we're going to do it might sound a little bit crazy, but hear me out because I think I've came up with the perfect strategy on how we're going to do it. So what we're going to be doing today is I'm going to give myself 24 hours to turn 1 Solana into 10 Solana. And if by the end of the 24 hours I am up to 10 Solana, I'm going to be full porting my entire portfolio into a random meme coin trying to 2x it. So once I turn 1 Solana into 10 Solana, we are going to full port that 10 Solana into a random meme coin, and it's either we sell for a 50% loss or we sell for a 2x. Now somebody in my Twitch chat actually came up with this idea and I thought it was just fucking brilliant. And if you guys want to come down to my Twitch, I live trade every single day. I show every trade I make. I do 1 Sol challenges all the time and I answer every single question. So if you want to come down to my Twitch, you can learn a lot from watching me live trade. It will be the link in the description. We are live every single day. And also, before we dive into today's video, I just want to mention the official trenching Discord server that I am in all the time. I know a lot of you are always struggling to find people to trade with and you are struggling to find the correct tools and people to help you, but do not worry, I have you covered. All you need to do is go to the link in my description, join the Discord. It's completely free to join and you will be met with a bunch of likewise traders just like yourself that you can learn, you can trench with. And also, once you are in the Discord, if you want to take it that one step further, you can upgrade to elite, and upgrading to elite is completely free. All you need to do is deposit $50 into your Pump Fund wallet. It's completely free. You don't give money to anybody. It is still your money. It is just to prove you are a real trader, and you get access to pretty much every single tool in the game. You get unlimited wallet tracking, streamer tracking, top devs, high volume, CA analysis. You can have one-on-one talks with me and ask me any single question you feel like. Also, if you are part of the elite group in here, I am trading in here all the time on live stages, so please do not miss out on that. There's a bunch of fucking cool shit going on in here, and we are all just like-minded traders trying to come up on some money. But with all that yapping out of the way, we can finally get into the challenge of today's video. So as I said before, we're going to be trying to turn 1 Solana into 20 Solana. So I will be trading normally from 1 Solana all the way up to 10 Sol. And as soon as we hit 10 Solana, we will be full porting, hoping for a 2x, or we will be selling at a 50% loss. Now I'm going to show you guys every single trade I make in this video. I will not keep anything from you. I'm going to keep it 100% transparent with all of my viewers. I'm going to show you when I win, when I lose, when I break even. I don't care how boring the clip is, it is going to be in this video because I always want to fucking keep it real with you boys. And my main goal with this entire channel is just to really show all of you noobs that this shit is really possible. There is a future in it, and if you really lock in, you can make nothing into something. I promise you can. Anybody can do it. But with all the rules explained and what we are going to be doing, there will be a 24-hour timer on the screen. We are starting with 1 Solana and we're going to try and turn this into 20 Solana in 24 hours. So with all of that out of the way, let's get into the trenching and try and find our first cook of the day, boys. Alright, so we have beamed our port up with 1 Solana and we're going to get started on the challenge right now. So I think for the first strategy that we're going to be doing, I'm going to be aping in 0.2 or 0.25 into very low cap coins. And we're basically just going to try and 2-3x them because it's a lot harder to build up a small port when you're scalping for 20-30%. So we're just pretty much going to dive right into the deep end and try and go for some 2-3x's. So let's get to scanning and see if we can try and find our first cook so we can build up this 1 Sol port.
Man, let's get straight to it.
Alright, so I just aped in 0.25 Sol into this liquid whale coin. Apparently the tech is they're claiming they're going to be doing buybacks on a whale, and if you guys didn't know, it's like a huge whale meta right now. It's all it is. The entire trenches is full of just whales and fish tech, but the devs are saying they're going to be doing buybacks and stuff on this coin, so who knows, we might be able to, you know, get a little cook on this shit. Alright, we sold for 0.2 Sol profit. The reason I sold is because the dev is taking way too long to do his buybacks, and he's also taking way too long to burn his supply. If he does end up burning and doing more buybacks, this probably will end up ripping, but especially for the first trade of the port, I don't want to end up round tripping. We're trying to stack up this port a little bit so we can start doing bigger buys, but not a bad first trade of the video. We're up 0.2 Sol, and let's try and find our next play, boys. Alright boys, we're in our second trade right now. We just aped the entire Sol into pump bank, and I kind of went straight to aping in a Sol only because I I think this tech is like crazy fucking good on what this guy just launched. So if the dev isn't LARPing and this is actually real tech and he's about his shit, then this should be able to bond. So basically the tech is you exchange a Solana for USDC with interest. It's like a pump fund bank, and the tech is pretty good. Like I haven't seen this kind of shit been done on pump fund yet, so I'm pretty bullish on it. It could definitely bond, and if we get a 2x, then we are in very good hands, boys. So we'll see if this can cook. I'm not going to sell anything but a 2x. I'd rather just round trip and sell to break even, but let's see if we can get a little cook on pump bank, boys. Alright, we low-key nuked all the way down. We're down like half a soul right here, but we're still holding this shit. I think people are speculating whether or not this is LARP, but I kind of know it's not LARP, so I'm not really worried. I still know this is gonna 2x even after being down half a soul. I really don't give a fuck because I know what tech it is. I know how to trade meme coins, and I'm not worried about all these bundles full stacking out of it. So we're still gonna hold for that 2x, boys. Alright boys, and we are out of that trade. We made 1.1 Solana on that. So from watching this go from 60k to 10k, it was really just because people thought it was LARP. But me in the back of my mind, and because I trade meme coins every single day, all day, I really didn't care that this nuked. I knew it wasn't LARP. I knew what I was in, and I just held my conviction and knew this was going to 2x. So we went from being down like 0.7 Solana to actually selling for 1.1 Solana. So all around, not a bad trade. We made 1.1 Solana, and now we are up to 2.3 Solana in the port. We can start aping in a little bit more and really compounding our portfolio so we can moon up to that 20 Solana mark. Let's get it, boys. All right, boys. So we just aped in 1 sol into this Wepe coin. I couldn't click record when I first bought it because I had my editing software open, and if I would have clicked record on my OBS, my entire PC would have exploded. But we aped in a sol into this coin called Wepe. Somebody on 4chan made a whale version of Pepe, and they posted it a couple of years ago, and somebody just tokenized it now. I think it's pretty good considering we're still in the whale meta and all these whale coins are running to like 100k every single fucking time. So I'm probably going to try and hold it for a 2x, or we will sell it for a loss, but let's see what happens, boys. Alright boys, I just sold for 0.27 prof. I actually did want to hold this until migration, but the way the chart is going, it's just getting bought up and immediately sold off, and bought up and immediately sold off, and it's just getting kind of annoying. So whenever you're in a coin like this and all the chart is doing is just getting bought up and then immediately sold off, bought up, sold off, bought up, sold off, then you should probably just get the fuck out of it. And especially when the buy up volume is only getting produced from KOLs. Like right here, we got bought up because a huge KOL blasted $1,000 into it, and then immediately it got sold right off. But then we had another blast from a KOL right here that put another $1,000 into it, and it just gets sold off straight away again. So these kind of charts are pretty annoying. I'd rather not hold through them and risk getting absolutely diddified, but it's still fine. We still made some money, and we made 0.3 Solana. So far, starting from 1 sol, we are up to 2.6 Solana, and hopefully we can find some more cooks. All right boys, so I just aped in another sol into this coin called N-word pad, and honestly the only reason I bought it is because we've been in a crazy tech meta where all these people have been launching these pads and launch pads, and somebody just launched the N-word pad with Diddy as the banner, which is way too funny for me to not blast into. I think this can bond if the tech is actually legit and the dev is about his shit, but I haven't seen any buybacks from the dev yet, which is kind of concerning, but you know, we shall see if we get rich or we get diddied. Alright, so we just sold our initials pretty much. We're up 1.2 sol on this coin. But because I am starting with a lower port, I don't really feel like round tripping every coin. When I'm trading just normally and alone, I would be okay with round tripping this shit to 0. But for the sake of the challenge, I am going to start selling more often. But now we have sold our initials, we can pretty much just let this ride a little bit and see if we can make some more money on the N-word pad. Alright boys, so we just sold our entire position on the N-word pad. The chart is pretty much doing exactly what the chart that I was previously in was doing, and it is just getting sold off, bought up, sold off, bought up, sold off, bought up, and it's just very, very irritating and annoying. So we sold our entire bag, but we made 1.2 Solana on that, and thank God we sold because this shit just got fucking diddied. But from the one sold that we started with an hour and a half ago, we are up to 3.8 Solana. Let's try and keep building this shit up, and we are getting closer and closer to that 10 sol mark, and then we can full port 10 sol and try and 2x it, or either sell for 50%. So let's try and find some more cooks and keep scanning, boys. All right, fellas, so we just aped into a coin called New Pump. We aped him with 1 sol, and the reason I bought it is pretty much because this is just another carbon copy of Pimp Fun and Pump Fun v2, which both ran to millions, and nobody even cares anymore that these coins keep running, so I wouldn't be surprised if this one runs too. So I'll try and hold it for a bit. If we get diddy wicked, then I'll just sell for a loss or to break even, but we'll try and hold, maybe get a 2x or a 3x, and let's see if we get rich or get diddy. Alright boys, so we just sold out of New Pump. We made 2 sol on that. I low-key started clipping heavily because the tech is kind of getting repetitive. I've seen this exact same kind of tech been launched 50 million times already, and it's kind of getting to a point where you're like, how many of these can really bond? But still, we made 2 sol on that, about 250 US. So overall, cannot be upset about that. Very nice, very splendid indeed. So now we are only 4 sol away from being at 10 Solana. We have brought a 1 Solana port all the way up to 6 Solana in only a couple of trades. And we're just going to keep scanning, keep pushing, see if we can try and get some more cooks in and try and ride this port all the way up to 10 Solana, boys. All right, boys. So I low-key just bought some random coin called Autism. And the only reason that I bought this is because I've been seeing this profile all fucking day, pretty much every day, all day. And they just tweeted out the CA to this coin, and it literally just candled it from 5k all the way up to 170k. And obviously people are going to sell this shit off, but I think this can rip pretty high. I think this can probably go to like 300k. So if we hold it, we can probably get a little bit of money on. But we're only up like 0.3 Solana right now, so I'm gonna try and hold it and see how high we can send this shit. I think it can probably go to like 300k, to be honest. Alright boys, low-key I just sold out of this. We only made 0.7 Solana, but the reason I sold out of it is because the chart is barely moving and this coin is bundled as shit, so I feel like I'm just playing a big game of Crash, because if you look at the bundle, it is bundled to fucking doom. So I feel like I'm just waiting for any second for this to just 1 wick to 0. If it had a little bit more volume, I probably would have held it, but it's kind of just stabling out until we get a couple of people buying in bulk, but that's about it. But all around, not too bad. We made 0.7 sol on that shit, so I'm just going to move on, try and find the next cook, and we're going to keep trying to build up this port, boys. So let's keep trying to find some more cooks. Alright boys, so we lucky just bought into this coin called Raw Dog, and the narrative is literally they're raw dogging a coin. There's no community, no links, no site, and it's just a photo of a dog with no fur, I guess. But I kind of top blasted it because I like the narrative, and maybe we can bond this shit. But there is a couple of tracked wallets that do scare me a little bit underneath me, but maybe we can bond and make a sell on this. We shall see. But I'm not going to sell anything unless we are up a sol, so I don't know. Let's see if we round trip or make a sell. Alright boys, we just sold. We made 1.1 Solana. Maybe I should have held, maybe it could go higher, but I honestly don't really care. We're going to take that 1.1 South scalp every single day. So now we are up to 7.7 Solana in the port. We are only a couple Solana away from being at 10 sol, and then we will be full porting our 10 sal. If I'm being honest, I am kind of nervous to full port. I don't really want to full port because it can go very wrong. I'll probably be full porting a higher cap coin, and that can go very wrong on a high cap, but we're just going gonna have to wait and see what happens. Hopefully we can keep building up this port, and let's try and find our next cook. All right, fellas, so I just aped in a sale into this coin called Simon, and the reason I bought it is because there have been a lot of narratives called New Year, New Meme, and I think I've seen this shit bond like 50 times, but somebody actually found where the meme comes from, and it's like a 4chan thread where a bunch of people years ago were posting photos of this Simon character, and they're doing like different variants of it. It's kind of like a cult, so I definitely think this can do something. If not, we can top it like 30k, maybe 20k if we're feeling fucking terrible. But yeah, we'll see if this coin can move at all, or if we just sell for a loss or break even. But also, if it starts moving, it might be kind of bad because I need to take a shit right now, so I don't really know what I'm gonna do. I might just have to go to the toilet and like trade on my phone, or we'll see how it goes and see if we make any money on this shit. Alright fellas, so we just full stacked out of our Simon bags. We made about 4 Solana on that, which is not even bad. That was honestly one of the most scuffed trades I've ever had to take, because I had to go to the fucking toilet and I was selling all of my supply while just sitting on the toilet trading on my phone. But we made 3.8 Solana on that, and now our port is up to 11.4 Solana. So we have actually extended the threshold of having to full port, and now we are ready. We have come to it, and all there is left to do is find a token for me to full port my 10 sal and pray to the GBs that we don't get absolutely diddied. Like, imagine if we full port our 10 sal and we whip up like a quick little 2x. That would be so much aura, but I have a very strong feeling we're just gonna get diddified, so I'm kind of worried. But you know, I'm gonna stick to my word and try and find a cook so we can ape in 10 sal. So without any more yapping, we are gonna try and find our final cook of the video, try and get richy rich on this shit, and let's get to scanning and really try and find what we're going to be aping our 10 sal in. Alright boys, so I've been scanning for a while, and I think I have found the token that I kind of just want to rip 10 sal into. This coin is called All In, and basically New York Post posted about how AIs can develop gambling addictions. It's probably like the perfect narrative I've seen all day. So it's either we get rich or die trying, or we just take a 50% L, and that will be the end of the video. If we come back down to like 70k, I'll just ape in 10 sol, and then we'll just see what happens. Alright boys, I think honestly we're just gonna bid it around here and just see what happens. Alright, so we just aped in our 10 Solana. We are already down 1 sol somehow. But yeah, if we take a negative 50% loss, we will be selling for a 5 Solana loss. So this trade is really just in God's hands. Whatever happens now, happens now. I'm still happy with how this video has turned out. But yeah, now it's just a waiting game. We're gonna have to see what happens, see if we get rich on the all-in coin. And yeah, bro, let's see what happens. Alright, update boys, we are currently down 3 Solana. This can only go down a little tiny more, and we're gonna have to cut the trade and lose 5 sol. Pretty much people just use my 10 sol buy as straight EL and full stacked on it, like straight away pretty much. So nobody really respected my all-time high breakout 10 sal candle, which is not very nice at all. I do not respect it. But yeah, I think if this coin comes down to like 65k, that will be us down 5 sol, and we're gonna have to full stack our bags. Hopefully we can do one of these and just rip to 10 billion market cap, but with how the Solana trenches are, it seems very unlikely. But yeah, man, that's just a quick little update. We're down 2.5 sol, and hopefully we don't get even more diddied and somebody decides they want to buy my bags. Alright, we were just down 4.9 Solana right there. We're currently down 4.3. This is going very wrong. It's going very badly. It's looking bad here. It's looking bad here. We're gonna need a fucking gate candle right now to bring us back. Alright, and unfortunately we had to sell. We took a 5.2 sol loss. very unfortunate. This coin was literally only down as my buy went in. I thought it was a pretty good narrative, to be honest, but you know, we played stupid games and earned a fucking stupid prize, and we lost 5.2 sol, $700 US. So at the start of the video, we started with 1 Solana and we brought it all the way up to 10 Solana and then full ported it and then lost 5 of it. Unfortunate. I kind of knew it was going to happen only because aping in more than like 3 or 4 sol into a coin is just always terrible. But we stuck to our word and we brought 1 sol all the way up to 11 sol, lost 5 of it on the full port, but hey man, it is what it is. I still had a good time making this video. But yeah man, I appreciate all you brothers pulling out to this video, bro. I love all you boys. If you watch this entire thing to the end, then I appreciate you heavy. If you guys do want to join the Discord and come and trade with me, come and talk to me, click on that link in the description. It will bring you right to the Discord. And yeah bro, I hope you fellas enjoyed today's video. If you guys want to watch more of me live trading, I'm live on Twitch every single day, trading with the chat, trading with the boys. So please pull up there. It's in the link in the description. You can come and watch me live trade. But yeah man, once again, I appreciate all you brothers and I'll be back very, very soon with another video. And peace out, brothers.
Blue bands, blue bands, blue bands. Blue bands, blue bands, blue bands. Check my pants, they say true, man.